Hey, NASDAQ, where you get the best dope on the markets? Let's hear a little Javier Milei.
Afuera, Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible. Afuera, Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad. Afuera, Ministerio de Obras Públicas.
All right,
Afuera. Aunque no
looking
escriban,
at gold
Ministerio
here.
de Ciencia, Tecnología e
Hang
Innovación.
on, hang on.
Afuera, Ministerio de Trabajo, Empleo y Seguridad Social. Afuera.
Acuela! All right, so we're looking at gold here. Okay. What's really kind of interesting here, see the diamonds up here? See the diamonds here? This is a monthly chart. This is a monthly chart. Okay. So this is back in 2011. Okay, actually, you could go all the way back to the 80s. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true because gold topped at 850 back then. So we have like this 1900, okay, going sideways here. We're going to count these boxes. These boxes, they're not really equal. You know, see right here, you got a box, you know, it's dotted. But anyway, I'm going to go here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay? Okay, now listen, this is not scientific, okay? But here you got, let's just take it here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so let's look at a different chart in gold here. Let's just see. Okay, this is back in 2012. This is back in 2012. This is 1980. Okay, what was it? 840, 960. You know what? This is probably Dees Gold. This was probably, when was this? This was in Jan, so this had Dees, you know, so it was a higher price. I thought it was 850. But they were looking for 1,000, just like feeder cattle. So, all right, let's just kind of like, today is November 2nd. It's Sunday. Let's go into a longer term intraday chart here. Okay, so this is how we did it. Okay, and if you're picking tops, you're just playing tops around there with stops and you walk away. You know, I'm just saying here, I don't know what that was a percent on the year. You know, maybe that could help you out. So anyway, this is where we came to. This was the low here. This wasn't silver. Actually, I think it was here with silver at 45.50. You know, before promptly a $3 bounce. So okay, so that's that. You know, you really got to go to a daily here because you got to respect this. I mean, this is going to be an area to buy here, but boy, oh boy, you know, I'm just saying if gold was to start to break. These are a couple pivots right here. The light green, 40.51, 38.75, 38 in the goats. Okay, and then you got some, so 38.41, it'd be, you know, you'd be out, you know, if you were buying against these levels. You know, limit your bet. What was this range here? We just have, okay. So this is a daily, you know, but there's really no place to take a head and shoulders right here. You could do it here. Okay. We'll do it for shits and giggles. You know, because, I mean, people look at $4,500 and say, fuck, this thing just doubled. Okay. Go with me. And that it doesn't pay interest. So anyway, so those are your areas right there. We're up above here, 40.70. Monday tonight, it'll be when the new session opens up. It'll be here. Actually, what is it? 40.77 half. Okay, so it's going up about $7 a day. This neckline, okay? So this is Friday, Oct 31, and then this will be Nov 3rd. Okay? When we were thinking the feeder cattle were going to make a new high. No. Strike that. Live cattle. So, I think we'll keep this just at a wrap like that. We can take a glance at copper. Okay? This was these tariff things. This was when they were thinking about putting them on the first time, and then the second time we absolutely broke. So this was this area I talked about here. And then here, 521.44 on the upside here. I haven't got nothing in the game here. I don't give a rat's ass, you know. But this is a level right here. You know, it's a level here that these guys that might have made their balance sheet look really good. Okay, and then you get over here. And here's the next settlement price of that. Okay, of that. Okay. And there'll be another one here. This is okay. So look at this. Okay, so we just left this level here. You know, 440. Call it 4.5, right? Call it 4.5. Got all those powder blues. Okay, top right hand corner here. Well, here we could do it this way for you. Okay, up on the year. So we saw the silver get up 75%. Okay, and we're up about 57 here. So we'll just take a little gander at. So we got up to about 50%. We got GCE. Okay. Oh, look at that. 44, 44. 44, 44, 44. Interesting. You know, I mean, just, you know, ignore that. And here, let's do copper. 27. It was up. Look at that. 45%. I don't know. Does it ring a bell? How about GF? Yeah. See, this one really it goofs it up. GFX. Goofs it up with the CQG on those. Here, GLE. We'll go to that. That was about 30%. Remember that? 30%. You know, here, look at this, $29.95. Sell orders get filled that are, you know, all of a sudden you got one, man. Everybody's afraid, you know, listen, including myself, you know. And but the only thing that was, well, 30% is a number, but it was in the feeder cattle being up 45%, you know. And we just saw that in the gold and silver, or one of those. So here's the NAS. Okay, here, hang on a second here. This is the NAS off, you know what? Liberation Day. Liberation Day right here. Okay, April 4th. What was this, the 7th? Yeah, and then the 9th, yeah. Yeah, 4,900 in the S&Ps here, you know. So we just rallied here up 47.5%. Okay, here you can see the diamond actually gets printed in here in this little thing. Takes a breather for, what is this? Oh, a day. It takes a breather for a day, okay? You know, and everything is intact here. That's NASDAQ. This is on the year in the S&Ps. Actually, here, let's do that for ENQ. Interesting, you know, interesting. 20%, you know. You could walk away and have a nice year from here and not to take any risk. You sell your thing out 20% higher on the year, okay, on the year. Very respectable for a stocks, you know, especially when the top 7 are now 41% of the whole batch. He with the fastest server and the biggest wallet takes all, leaves no prisoners. There's the dollar here. We got some new highs here for a while, couple months. All right, we're going to call this a wrap. You need something? Email me, arp@nasdog. Thanks for watching. Always use a risk stop to stop the risk. Rule, trader, adage, or excuse. I don't have deep pockets to trade.